G'day comrade subscribers, thanks for hanging around. So just having a quick look at the TO7's membrane. Actually, it's pretty dark in here, isn't it? Let me turn some lights on. Okay, I don't know, so I'm getting too much reflection, aren't I? I think I might need a diffuser. But just having a quick look at the membrane issue. So it appears to be the number 6 to number 1 and possibly stop and control. So this quadrant up here. So we peel it back. So maybe, I don't know, yeah, control. So I don't know if control is a problem or not because, well, maybe it doesn't beep. Well, I didn't know what it was, so I should have tried control G or something, shouldn't I? Anyway, so definitely it seems to be this row up here. Let me zoom in more. Get away from the lights. There we go, that's better. So this row, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop, which is obviously this one here. So if we do some continuity checking on there, and there it stops. So just check on the next row and it's all good all the way down. So yeah, there does seem to be a break in the continuity about there, and I reckon maybe that's what the tape is here for. Maybe they've done a repair in the past. That's what that's there for, perhaps. So I don't know what's going to happen if I peel this tape off. Maybe I should just do it on this end here. So I'll try and do a temporary fix just to get it working, and then more longer term I might try the DC Moto recommended fix, which is to replace this with wiring, I reckon. Okay, let's just peel that back again. Layer as well. Let's try again. And there it stops there. Right there. So I don't know if I'll be able to see anything. Just have a quick look at the loop. Nothing obvious. So don't know if you can see it. Am I going to be able to? Where's the lens? There's the lens. There's the lens. There's the lens. There's the loop. So I should maybe be shining the light. Maybe be shining the light upwards. Maybe. Then they might blind. I don't know if I can do this. I'll cut all this out. I don't know if you can see anything. I can't really see anything. Anyway, I'll try and go over it with a bit of solder, bit of flux and bit of solder perhaps, and see if that'll help. So, finally back at it. I don't know when I recorded the last bit, but yes, I finally got some conducting silver solution. So silver conductive varnish adheres very well to glass material for circuit boards, ceramics, etc. Blah 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 blah. So I've shaken it up now. So because before the silver had kind of all settled out. So this is $15 as opposed to the silver paint that I could have got, which was $45. The problem with the silver paint is once you open it, apparently you need to use it within 60 days. And as I kind of need just like about 5 millimeters of it, it seemed, for $45, it seemed a waste. So I'm going to try this instead. So I've got some fine art brushes, size 0, flat and round. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. Got a flat one and a round one. Maybe the round one. Okay. Oh God, good start, Brett. That on. So hopefully this will repair it. Just need to basically, as far as I know, just touch up this track here. So I think the brake was about there. So yeah, that's what I'll try. It's worth pulling this tape off a bit more. Okay. Right. Let me give that a try. Okay. And I should be able to make up some cartridges today as well. So if this fixes it, fixes the keyboard, I'm assuming I'm going to have to let it dry for a bit. It's going to be a bit hard to get off without splashing everywhere. Okay, lid's off. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Never done this before. Don't put that there because you're going to knock that over. Doesn't seem to be doing much there. Doesn't really seem to be. I'm dipping it in. When I bring the brush out, it doesn't seem to be covered in silver. Alright, I'll continue this and I'll give it a try a bit later. So I think I had to, the thing is it settles quite quickly. You can see it settling down there, so I had to make sure I gave it a good shake and then use it pretty much straight away before it started settling. So pretty dodgy job. I guess I'm lucky it's the outside track, but I'll let that dry for a bit and then check the connectivity between there and there. So after a few days, what a dodgy effort. So let's put it all back together and see if it works. Okay, we've got the whole contraption set up. So power on. I don't have the basic cartridge in at the moment. Okay, so press number 1. Hey, it's working. Hello. All right, so that must be some sort of drawing thing using the crayon optique. Okay, well, so what I need to do now is make up some of these cartridges so I can load some other stuff, and also try it on a CRT, see if we can get the light pin to work. Okay, progress. Now that we've got the keyboard sorted, let's have a look at the lecteur and enregistreur des programmes. Again, apologies for that very bad accent. Program, reader, recorder, so the PRR, or the magnétophone, or cassette recorder. Oh, that's right, it came with a tape, didn't it? Okay, so yep, this one was okay. Oh, it was the MO5 that had the problem, didn't it? So there is 3 versions apparently. Let's just okay. Let's just sort this all out. So there is a tape in there at the moment. Let's just plug this in, rewind it, and take it out. So what I want to do is I want to add a audio input, a WAV in, like I did on the see if it works. Is it rewind? Because it's computer tape, there is no lead in. Oh yeah, there we go. So it's already rewound. Okay. Fast forward. Rewind. Very good. Does it have a speaker? I don't know. Record. There is no volume control on it, is there? No. Very simple. What's that, I wonder? Alright, can't hear anything. Alright, that's fine. Take the tape out. So yeah, so there is 3 versions apparently, and so 2 different schematics. I'm not sure exactly which one this is. So I guess the idea is, if we look at this schematic here, here's the output. Entrée digital. I'll have to have a bit more of a closer look. I don't have my glasses on at the moment, so that's the power section there. Regulation, motor. So these are the heads here. Alright, a little bit of difference here. Okay, so here we've got 2 op amps, 2 more op amps. Here we have transistors, op amps. Okay, alright, let's pull it apart and have a look what we've got then. Okay, 4 screws. Okay, case comes off the bottom. 2 belts. A little bit of a kink in that belt. Obviously where it's been sitting for however many years. But looks like it might be okay. So it seems to be running. Right, so these, I guess, are from the heads. So there'll be an erase, and because they use stereo, there'll be an audio and a data. So it's just a matter of figuring out which is which. So we've got, let's see, 3 more screws to remove. Not that one. Okay. All right, different different screws. Fair enough. All right, no speaker as expected. Wouldn't expect a speaker really. What's the easiest way? Because this here is holding it back really. Doesn't look like there's anything. So that's the motor there. Alright, I'll fiddle around with it. Okay, so I figured out which one it is. It's this schematic, but I'm not sure which version that is. So My understanding is we've got the black cable is entrée digitale, so that is digital signal coming into the tape, which goes pretty simply up here and into the head here. So I guess that's the data head, that's the erase head, and then that's the audio track head. So that's the data going to the tape, and then data coming out of the tape. Let me get my poker. So sortie digitale, so digital exit. So coming to the yellow wire. So coming out of all of these op amps. So starting at the head here, we would go, depending on whether we're playing or recording, I guess. Either we've got a digital signal coming in here, or we've got the signal coming out. So I guess this is a preamp. So we preamplify the very weak signal off the tape, and then we go in and start comparator or shaping and blah 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 blah, all that stuff. So I'm guessing maybe inject the audio signal here, because we can adjust the level. We can make it as loud or as soft as we want. So if we stick it in here, perhaps, where pin 1 of UKO2 comes out. So UKO2, I don't have my glasses on. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, UKO2. This one here. So that's, no, am I looking right? No, I'm not. UKO2, that one there. 34002. So on the board, that's this one down here. Get the light around. That's UKO2 there, I believe. Try and get it. Yeah, so I need to. What can I do? I might just disconnect these two wires here. That'll allow me to open this up a bit more. And I've got this switch up here. I guess that's a record. Yeah, alright, I might try and get this board a bit better. That's a bit better. So there's UKO2, which is our target. Pin 1. So I reckon maybe connect to pin 1 there. I'll look over the other side. So there's pin 1 there. Is it? Pin 1. Is that the one we want? It does look like it, pin 1. Pin, am I looking at this right? Yeah, pin 1. Oh, okay, because it looked like it was connected, looks like it almost is connected to there. Guessing no, it's not. No, okay, no, it's not. It's not, so it's connected to there. Then whatever that resistor is, I guess. That chip there, which is UKO, oh no, a whole bunch of resistors. Okay, across to there, down to there. What's that there? Huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, that's UKO1. That's where the tape heads are connected into. And this is with this switch here. Oh, which actually isn't. Yeah. Okay. One or the other. Play or not play, or record maybe. But yeah. All right. I reckon give that a try there. So what is that? What is that? What is that there? Doesn't look like anything. Oh, anyway. All right, I'll give that a try. Let's see. All right, here's my little test. Got little test socket. I'm just going to try it out like this as it is. I was thinking I should also make up a cable because the TO7 has got 12, well, unregulated 12 volts, 13 volts under no load output. So I could feed that into here because it does look like there is some sort of regulation going on inside here. So yeah, but anyway, so I'm just going to give this a try as it is. I've got the machine upstairs actually hooked up to my Sony CRT. So how am I going to do this? I have to use my laptop. Play the audio. Okay, I need to find something to load as well. My wife. Alright, so this is my setup in the living room, which my wife isn't too happy about. So we've got try and load sorcery. So I've got the CRT. Let's choose basic. Of course we can also, keyboard is now working. Okay, so what was delete again? Okay, that'll do. Load. So I think set this to 50%, so I'm going to try and load sorcery. So I don't know if it's the same as the Amstrad game, but we'll give it a try. G'day, another day. So basically the cassette recorder, otherwise known as the LEP, magnétophone, isn't working. Apparently when you connect it to the Thomson, it checks for maybe 12 volts, or it checks for some voltage between pins 2 and 4. So pins 2 and 4, so pin 2 is ground, pretty much standard on DIN, and pin 4 is the digital input from the cassette recorder, from the magnétophone. So it checks for a voltage there, and if it doesn't sense the voltage, then it comes up with I/O error, which is exactly what I was getting. The tape player works and everything, but the computer wasn't recognizing it was there. So the problem, they said, is usually if the wrong polarity is put in, then it can burn out the 7808. So there's an 8-volt regulator on here, and I couldn't see it, but then it's a 100 milliamp part. So it's this little fellow down here. So I can't buy those. Sorry, I need to cut my fingernails again. Can't buy those at Jaycar, but I can get, because these are 100 milliamp parts in whatever TO92 or whatever that is. I can only get the big 1 amp parts. So yeah, so anyway, so I do have replacements. So yeah, so let's just double check that. The plug pack I'm using is the one that came with it, which is apparently 12 volts output. We shall see. So plug that in like so. Okay, got the voltmeter on. Oops. So checking the input. Trying to figure out which is which. Turn it on. Power on. Oh my god, that is 19 volts. 19 volts DC. Bloody hell. Okay. It's unregulated for sure. So nominally 12 volts, it's outputting 19 volts. The schematic has got, well, 14.5 volts is what I guess is the unregulated input, is what it's expecting. And that's the 7808 there. So it's expecting 9.5 volts on the output, which is also interesting. An 8 volt regulator is supposed to output 8 volts. Whatever. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. So yeah, so UK03 is an MC78L08 AC. So yeah, so 100 milliamp 8 volt regulator. So let's check the regulator. So that the regulator's there, and pin 1 is pin, which way is it? Pin 1, because it's actually got the diagram here. This one here. So just trying to, okay, so it's like that. So okay, so pin 1 is there, which I guess is the output. Pin 2 is ground. So all right, let's check the input. Input's 18.8 volts, and output is nothing. There is no output. So yeah, the 7808's definitely burned out. One other interesting thing, and this wasn't working before I tried it, but the Thomson, the TO7 has got a 2.1 mil output on the power supply, but of course the polarity is reversed. So I think this is center negative going into the LEP magnétophone, but the output on the computer is center positive. Go figure. So I have made up a cable, but I just made the assumption, which makes an ass out of you and me, that it was, you know, same polarity. So I'm just going to have to reverse the polarity. But this wasn't working before I tried that, so it wasn't me. I didn't break it. Right. So there we go. So hopefully just replacing this, I assume pin 1. So I kind of need to go. The problem is, okay, so at the moment, if I'm going to use this power supply, this thing is going to get scalding hot. Because basically we've got 10 volts, whatever, however many milliamps worth of watts. So this is outputting 300 milliamps. So I don't know, you've basically got 10 volts of waste heat. I know it's in watts, but I don't know how much current. So yeah, so this thing's going to get blazing hot. So I might replace this. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something, because this is just temporary. I just want to temporarily see if I can load software via WAV files. So I might even do it like that, stick it out like that, like this, and maybe whack a big heat sink on the back of it. And then we'll give that a try. Okay, ready to give this another go. There's my massive 7808 put a heat sink on, and I've made up a cable to power it from the computer that reverses the polarity halfway over. We go black red to red black. So let's see how we go this time. Okay, looking much better. So I haven't tried loading anything yet, but so I've got it powered from the computer now, all the way in there, and option 2 now. So we can, it's detected the tape. So let's try and load something. Okay, so this didn't seem to work. So the idea was I'm hooked into, just turn this around, the output. So I've got pin 1 of UK02, which is kind of a preamp here, so I'm hooked into the output there. And I think I am correct in it being preamplifier, so there's this note here. So it looks like this is the third version of the MK90. I don't speak French, but I'm assuming this is basically what it says. So the schematic for the LEP, for the cassette recorder, magnetophone, first and second version is simplified. So this is the third version, so it's been simplified. So a double or one, a double amplifier, double op amp, which is UKO2, or double, I don't know. Replaces transistors TKO1 and TKO2 for preamplification of the digital, and transistors TKO5 and TKO6 for the audio. So I don't know, audio sound maybe or something, audio voice. So, yeah, so I think UKO2 is the preamplifier. So I was right in that. So this is the version 1 and 2. And these are the transistors here that it's talking about. And actually, I think, thinking back to the MO6, I probably would have gone there. TKO2, which is the same numbering on the MO6 cassette recorder built in. But I think that's kind of where I would have tapped in there. So these two, TKO1, TKO2, is replaced by this op amp here. Oh, okay, yeah, double. Yeah, so it's a dual op amp UKO2, because we've got half of it down here for the audio track, and we've got the other half up here for the digital track. Anyway, so pin 1 didn't work, didn't get anything. So, well, it did work. Well, yeah, so it is working now. I should make that, it does show up now, but it didn't pick up anything. So I'm wondering, so from there, rather go up to here, maybe pin 8 on UKO1. So UKO1 is a quad op amp, I guess. So I guess here it's working as a comparator maybe, before going here and then output into the computer. So maybe if I tap in at pin 8 on UKO1. So that's UKO1 there. I think, yeah, that one there. So that's pin 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe if I tap into there, give that one a go. Or I can tap into there, that's a bigger one. Yeah. Okay, let's give that a try. Actually, before I make any other changes, I might, because we do have this tape that came with it. I've got my, it's actually overkill. I realise now, because the regulator is a 100 milliamp regulator. So there's tiny currents in here. So even though there's a 10 volt difference, I think perhaps, supposed to be, the amount of current is tiny. So there's not much, not much really wasted power there. I'm thinking of computers where, you know, there's an amp and you can really feel the 7805 get hot. So that's probably overkill. I don't really need that hanging off the back. And I could probably stand it up, I guess. I could probably take it off. I could stand it up inside the case. That way I can put the case back together and maybe try loading that first, just to make sure it does work. And then I'll start my patching again. There we go. So it does actually fit in there. There is space for it. Okay, so I'll put it back together and see what happens with this tape. Okay, so the tape does work. I have no idea how to play this game. Looks like some kids' learning program. All in French. So, but yeah, so the tape recorder works at least now. More thinking required.